The Supreme Emancipation of freedom, called Parama Vimutti, is named by the Buddha as Nibbana, meaning literally the shattering of all mental bondages. In the word Nibbana, the prefix ni is meant, the prefix ni means negation, no, absence. Bana means bondages. And Buddhists also call Bhagava, meaning one who has shattered all bondages. Bhagna in Sanskrit, Bhaga means shattered, shattering of bondages. These bondages are mental attachments and resentments to things and beings that appear as images in our mind. In fact, according to the Rohitasa Sutta, we cannot know anything outside us except what is created in our own self, which we call our mind. In the mind, it's like a screen creating mental images with the information supplied by our sensory organs. Even our brain is a sensory organ supplying information to our mind. And the mind is a screen, like the screen of a monitor, computer, TV, or mobile machine, creating pictures according to certain signals received. They are digital pictures. So are the mental images, which are pictures created in the screen of our mind. We get either attached to them or resent them or ignore them without knowing the actual reality of those images of beings and things created in our mind. They are really illusions and delusions, as images created in a physical screen of a computer, TV, or a mobile machine. They have no actual real substance in those images. That is why they are called illusions. They appear to be real, but actually they are not real, because they do not have any substance that can be called real. Once this actual nature of our mental world is realized by enlightenment. Enlightenment means the disappearance of the darkness of ignorance, metaphorically. Ignorance is called darkness metaphorically. The dispelling of that darkness, the mental darkness or the mental ignorance, is called enlightenment. Bringing light to the mind, showing the real nature of the mind, creating illusory mental images. At the enlightenment, what happens is our attachment to such images, our resentment of such images, and our getting deceived by such images through ignorance are extinct at the enlightenment. No more delusions, no more illusions, no more mental creations. When the mind becomes aware of certain sensory signals, it can recognize those signals coming from outside, the source of signals, through the data stored up in our brain, which is called Mano Dhatu in Buddhist language. For example, when we see some image, we can recognize that images as our father, mother, brother, sister, husband, wife, etc. with the previous information that we have recorded and retained in our brain as memories. In thinking, images are created in our mind by those memories, images of memories, what we remember. Once we realize that our mind cannot know the world outside the mind except those illusory mental images, our attachment to such images, our resentment of such images, our getting deceived by such images, thinking them to be real, vanish. And sometimes, once they enlighten, they get extinct for good, forever. And in that state of mind, there's a peacefulness, there's a calmness, there's a bliss, a mind free from thinking, a mind that is not burdened by mental images. It's an emancipated mind. And the enlightened one can experience the bliss of such an emancipated mind. And that bliss is the ultimate bliss that one can experience. Therefore, that bliss is also called Parama Sukha. The freedom that the mind enjoys after such emancipation is called Parama Vimutti. The ultimate aim of the Buddha's teaching is to enlighten people, to realize this supreme bliss of mind through the supreme emancipation that we experience as an enlightenment. Emancipation from ignorance, freedom from ignorance called moha, that leads to attachment and resentment of mental images. And that state is the supreme bliss that one can experience after enlightenment.